Good morning, my dear students. Today we will talk about an important historical event about Bab zoila and qaitpay castle. Bab zoila, or the Mitwali Gate, is one of the gates of Old Cairo in the Egyptian capital Cairo. This door or gate is famous for being the gate under which the heads of Messenger of Hulagu, the leader of Tatars, were hung when they came to threaten Egypt, which eventually led to the defeat of Mongols and emergence of Mamluk state Ottoman. Good. Do you know who built Bab zoila?
Who built Bab zoila? This door was built by the Emir of the army, Badr ad-Din Gamali, who is of Armenian descent, and his rule over the Egyptian lands was 21 years. Badr ad-Din Gamali died in Cairo at the age of 8 years.
What happened after that? Does anyone know?
Among his works is that he removed the brick wall of the city of Cairo, which Zahratullah had built, because it had been demolished, and the buildings outside the city had crept into it. Increases between Bab zoila and Bab zoila Cafe, and between Bab al-Futuh, which is as the Baha'u'ddin neighborhood, and the Bab al-Futuh as prison.
Well, who can tell us why it was called by that name?
Why it's called by that name? It was named after the Zoila tribe that came from North Africa with the commander of Fatimid armies, Jawhar al-Siqali, and lived near the gate. El-Mitwali, one of the richest parents of God, lived at the gate.
And where is Bab zoila located?
Bab zoila, or as it's also called the Bab al-Mitwali, is one of the most important gates to the old city of Cairo. Located on the north side of the old street, while on its western, it's bordered by Al Trade. Bab zoila Mosque has been registered as one of the Islamic landmarks.
When was it found?
In 1485, corresponding to 1092, this important lake consists of huge building with a depth of about 25 meters and width of approximately 25 meters, and in the height of 24 meters. This door consists of two large circular towers with an open corridor, middle leading to entrance gate.
Someone tell me, who is Tumanbai and what is his story?
April 15, 1517, and on this day the Mamluk era ended and the beginning of Egypt's subordination to the Ottoman Empire, to be the only sultan who was hanged at Bab zoila by decision of Selim I, and after 3 days while he was hanging on the door until his smell dried up, they brought him down and brought he had a coffin and they put it in it. But what prompted Selim I to execute Tumanbai? The beginning was Tumanbai's attempts to protect Cairo in the face of Ottoman soldiers and prevent them from entering it, but he did not succeed in that.
And then?
And Selim I soldier entered and killed the Egyptian in the street and burned the Sheikh Mosque and the houses surrounding it as a symbol to receipts to Mumbai, where he was meeting with his soldier and commanders, and corpses spread in the street of Cairo from Egyptian, Turkish soldiers and princes who were loyal to Mumbai. Then Mumbai went out to western side, specifically with Hassan bin Mir'i and his cousin Chokri, in an attempt to hide until he recognized his ranks. But Hassan bin Mir'i agreed for a reward for Selim I.
Good guys, really well done. Now, what do you know about qaitpay citadel?
It was constructed in the place of the ancient founder of Alexandria, which was demolished in the year 702, 13 and 2, after the devastating earthquake that occurred during the reign of Sultan al-Nasir Muhammad ibn Qalawun. The outer wall of the castle has defensive towers on all four sides, rising to the level of the wall, with the exception of the eastern wall, which has defensive opening for soldiers. The main tower in the inner courtyard is large.
What else did this person do?
So he handed him over to him, and he was not very happy with the reward, as the Ottoman Sultan imprisoned him for a period in the castle prison until he managed to escape. But as soon as he fell into the hands of the Mamluks, they chopped off his head and hung it on the victory gate, and it is said that the kingdom represented his body. And when he entered to Mumbai from Babswil, he was sure that he would be hanged, and the rope was placed around his neck, and he was lifted and he cut off, and he fell on the threshold of Babswil.
What does the castle look like?
Square castle with a length of 30 meters and a height of 17 meters. The castle consists of 3 stories, and the 4 corners of the tower have semicircular towers ending on top of prominent balconies, with archery openings on 2 levels. The first floor occupies the castle's mosque with a nave, 4 Iwans and defensive passages that allow soldiers to pass easily during the castle's defense operations. It was one of the most important defensive forts during the Mamluk era until the reign of Sultan Qansu al-Ghori.
And then,
Who paid great attention to it, due to the proximity of the Ottoman danger, and was interested in fortifying this castle, so much so that he issued a royal decree in the year 978, 1501 AD, stipulating that no weapons, gunpowder, or alcohols should be taken outside the tower. And whoever violates this is exposed to hanging to the door of the castle, and this was proven on a marble plaque that was installed above the second entrance to the castle.
what did Qansu al-Ghori do?
And in 1485, corresponding to 1092, this important gate consists of a huge building with a depth of about 25 meters and width of approximately 25 meters and in the height of 24 meters. This door consists of 2 large circle towers corridor middle leading to the entrance gate.
You are very good students. I'm really proud of you.